Did you read the comments from our Clarksville video? People were saying that it's a terrible place to live here. There's a putrid smell, and that Jimi Hendrix never lived in Clarksville. He
That's
was
right.
stationed.
He was stationed there, just not from there.
With such negativity, Clay and I thought we would shed more light on living in Clarksville. If Clay and I could shed any light on Clarksville, there are two things we would definitely want. One is a Costco, and we would love a Whole Foods. Of course, when you're driving around Clarksville, you're going to notice that everyone seems to be driving a Camaro, a pickup truck, or a Jeep. And we don't know why that is. And full disclosure, Clay drives a Bronco and I drive a truck. Sounds like, Clay, we should be living in Clarksville.
We would love it there. It's a great place. There's a lot to like there. So let's jump into this video and talk about why are people moving to Clarksville. And I gotta say, we have people that keep asking us about Clarksville. You're about to go show properties in Clarksville here. What's up with that? What's going on? Why do people keep calling us about it?
Sure. Well, when everyone brings up all these things about Clarksville, we need to talk about how Clarksville even got here. It's part of the 101st Airborne, so it's really a military town. And so 20 years ago, Clarksville was really the whole main focus. And what we're starting to see is the secret's out. There's a lot of employers that find employees in Clarksville. The land's pretty inexpensive. And so you're seeing all these big companies come in, and that's part of the attraction of why people are moving there. And because people are relocating from other areas, you also have to realize what's going on in Nashville. And if anyone knows Nashville's really an expensive place to live. So you're seeing people that are leaving the core and they're going out to go find that affordability. So Clarksville's getting hit by two different waves of people moving into the city.
That's exactly right. And I'm amazed constantly. Just here recently, my daughter plays volleyball, right, down in the Cool Springs area. And one of her coaches lives in Clarksville. This is like an hour 20 away because Cool Springs is 15, 20 minutes south of downtown Nashville. This is a long ways away. And so it begs the question, why do people live in Clarksville?
Well, I think it's several things. And I think we already hit the affordability piece. And the people that we've talked to that call us, they're all from different walks of life, different lifestyles, different backgrounds. They're all finding what they want in Clarksville, Tennessee. So when we're there, what we'd like to show you, and you'll see them pop up on the screen, is there's plenty of 5-bedroom homes, anywhere from that $300,000 to $500,000 range. You're getting the sidewalks, the underground utilities, and you can walk to the elementary schools. That's pretty important to me, Clay.
That's exactly right. And so, Tucker, everyone says traffic is awful in Clarksville.
It is awful at times, but you can see where they're really expanding the roads and they're providing more infrastructure. You've got all these new jobs coming online. And I don't know what they're going to do with all the new construction housing, but with those new houses, we're going to get some more amenities, and you're definitely going to see better infrastructure in the city.
And I've got to add too, no matter where the topic of conversation is, at least in Tennessee, people always complain about the traffic. It's literally everywhere. And I think it's a rush hour thing. But every one of these smaller outer ring cities, they say the same stuff about traffic. So I don't think you're really getting away from it in most cities in Tennessee.
Right, because you're just talking to somebody down in Cool Springs. That's an hour and 20 minutes from Clarksville. There's a lot of people that can make that commute on a daily basis without a problem.
Well, exactly right. And I'll say quick plug for our other videos on June Lake. If you want to literally walk to everything and not deal with traffic, June Lake is going to be a 20-minute city in Williamson County where you're going to be able to walk to work and shopping and living and entertainment all right there. Just got to throw that out there. Those kind of options do exist to get away from traffic, assuming you can find the work you need right there. So while we're on this, Tucker, if I'm going to look at Clarksville, what other cities do you think I should be looking at?
Well, if we're on the north side of town, check out our Gallatin video. That's just right there north of Nashville, and just north of that is White House, Tennessee. Easy access to the interstate. One of the drawbacks there, people tell you, it's still really small, but if you want a lot of home for a big buck and then drive back to the city, you're in really good shape. If you go past the airport, you've got Cookeville, Tennessee. Check out our Cookeville video. You have Lebanon, and then you have Mount Juliet. When we meet with people in Mount Juliet, we go to Martin's Barbecue. I'm ready to have some chili, especially today.
Absolutely. Always a good day for Martin's Barbecue. We love Martin's. If I want to be closer to Nashville, Tucker, where should I look?
I'd start off in Hermitage, Tennessee. And it also depends on your price point, Clay. Anything right around the airport, there's a lot of neat restaurants. There's a lot of local favorites, and there's little niches that you can find. But if we head back to Clarksville, if you're just looking for like a townhouse for like something around $225,000 that has 2 bedrooms and modern conveniences and near the hospital. We can show you those places. There's a lot of different housing options that you can choose from.
That's the low end of the price range. It certainly goes up to $1 million, roughly. But in general, Clarksville is going to be a value play. You're going to drive further, but you're going to get more for your dollar. You're going to get more house for the money, and you're going to still have some pretty cool things. We love the historic area of Clarksville, especially. There's lots of neat places to check out. I got to throw out the Mail Room as a restaurant put together in an old post office, super unique. Check it out. It's a place that's worth knowing about if you're going to go take a visit to Clarksville. Tucker, what else about Clarksville, if somebody's considering it, do you think they need to know?
Well, when you're stuck in traffic between all the pickup trucks and Jeeps, follow me over to Strawberry Ale Works. It's right downtown. When we did our last closing for the 1031 exchange, that's where we had our closing lunch. It was definitely a lot of fun, a lot of history there. Got to go there.
If you want more in-depth information about Clarksville, check out our other Clarksville video. Quick pro tip, if you are in Clarksville and want to save a little bit of money, you can go do your shopping potentially in Kentucky, which has a 6% sales tax versus the 9.25% sales tax on the Tennessee side of the border. Quick little pro tip for you. Tucker, tell us about, we had a client recently in Clarksville. Tell us about their situation.
So this is kind of funny. So their daughter was relocating to the 101st Airborne. They wanted to be closer to her. So we were looking for homes, and my car was in the shop that day. I had my dad's car. He has a Hyundai, and we're driving right along the river, and my car just dies. Anyway, it was a recall. The computer went out. Clay, it took 6 weeks for the car to get fixed. So I ended up getting them an Uber. I got them home, and we resumed the next day. We found what we were looking for, but that has been their favorite topic of conversation every time we talk.
Dude, that's hilarious. Well, we appreciate you guys calling and texting us. Until next time, hope to show you around town.